Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning. It's June 2nd, and it is 79 degrees out here. That is a shockingly cool temperature for June. The high is going to be 81 today, so it's going to be a gorgeous day. It's going to be slightly cloudy, so I'm excited. I'm going to need to get some work done in this afternoon in this precious weather. I'm Rachel. I'm gardening for butterflies, and for myself on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. And lots of things have been happening. Thank God it's been raining because things have just been limping along. We didn't have rain for, well, the whole week until yesterday and today. And so I'm so thankful that I don't have to do that. So I can do other things. But y'all come along with me, see what's been happening. I arranged all the chairs so that I could just sit out here in any one of them and stare at the garden for as long as the mosquitoes and the bugs leave me alone. I can actually see how much it's grown since last week because this salvia leucantha was crowding out the little blue, I think it's a volvulus, and I had to move it. And I brought out some of my grasses. I think these are called cold as ice fescue, that and that right there. And I looked them up because I wanted to find out exactly what they were called, and I got them from Bluestone Perennials, and right now they're having a sale. Like everything that they sell in the spring is half off. So that's pretty cool. I was like, oh, I might have to get more of those things because aren't they fun? Isn't that just a fun little color and texture? So this is kind of getting crowded a little bit, but I am enjoying it, and I'm gonna really have to change some stuff out because I'm pretty sure that the poor little lamb's ears are too crowded in there. So I'm gonna take them out and plant them out in the garden. Then the honey song aster, that's not working. That's gonna have to go. But this is something I've been enjoying, and now it's gone over. I'm gonna have to cut it back, but I'm pretty sure that's a Emery Paul dahlia, dinner plate dahlia. And then I've got a rose right there, which I didn't expect that. That's Gertrude Jekyll blooming. In fact, the James Galway rose is blooming again and looking pretty. Another show of that. So things are growing together so lush after this real rain, instead of just being, I use regular sprinklers to water things, and then if something needs it desperately, I'll fill up my watering can and I bring it in here and water it. But yes, this is like the height of the season. So I've already seen that there are some things that are being like overgrown, and I'm gonna have to trim them back and pull them out and do some rearranging. Over there, the Queen of Sweden rose is blooming again, which I'm just so surprised by. And then this week, something that I had forgotten it was going to bloom, and it did, and so it brought me some more pink, and of course, therefore, more joy, was the phlox. I've got some more close-ups of that from earlier. All this pink is making me so happy. This arrow leaf salvia, that blue is gorgeous, is it not? So pretty. I'm gonna get in close on the leaves so you can see what they look like. That's what they look like. That blue is stunning. I only have 2 of those blue salvia who have the arrow leaves, and one's here and one's there, but they grow pretty big, and aren't they just gorgeous? I'm gonna try to grow more from cuttings because, and don't you just love that color all just in there? That is just beautiful. I've got to get a close-up of this Zabrina. That's with a Z. Hollyhock. It has been so fabulous. And out of the 8 that I have, this one, and then this one over here are the only two that have bloomed. I can't get enough of these cleomes. Aren't they just so fun? I'm so glad I planted a bunch of them from seed, and yesterday I actually saved some seed, and I've got a little clip of that because I have never grown them, these kind at least, and so I didn't know how that was going to work out, but y'all, it's super easy. This grass is just starting to look so pretty. This is pretty. And this is Penstemon Little Bunnies right here. And I got that from Bluestone Perennials. And they have it on sale right now for 50% off. I just looked up my notes to find out what that other fescue is. And it's called Cool as Ice. I'm going to show it to you. It's this one. I got 3 of these. So I've got 2 in the front. So that's it. Cool as Ice fescue. Doesn't this phlox just look so incredibly gorgeous with all those little dewdrops, well, actually raindrops on them. I did not meet my goal of planting out all of my seedlings yet because I still have some over here and some other things. And then I potted up these lemon ball sedums because those are going to kind of be like little favors to give away at the party. I'm going to need more than 10, I'm pretty sure. At the baby shower. But things are looking pretty good right here, even though the morning glories aren't climbing up the fence like I wanted them to. Yesterday evening in the bog garden, I extended it a little bit and I planted out my aquatic milkweed right here. So maybe it'll be like a cute little bunching of that. And I'm gonna try to, I did collect the seeds from my Venus flytrap, and I am gonna try to grow some, because would that not be fun? So I have those inside. Everything's a little overgrown now. I'm gonna have to clip things back, but that's what that's doing. Sweet Spirit Rose has made a comeback, a complete comeback. In fact, she's looking better and healthier and prettier than any rose that I have in the garden. So cutting her back at this time was not a bad thing. Isn't she lovely? Lovely, lovely. Something that I meant to mention, I have ginger right here. Every year I think, oh, that's it, it's dead, it's gone, it's not coming back. It's either ginger or turmeric, actually. But and then it makes a comeback and does great. And then I have a bobo hydrangea in here that also every year I despair of because it always looks sad and it's got one little bloom on it. And then my dinosaur kale has been eaten up by something. But I'm still really liking this. That kale just makes it, this one luckily has been left alone. It's just a fun little strange thing to be popping up right there with some different color and texture. Oh yeah, and then this dahlia has been such a surprise because it was just kind of a random thing that I had left over, and I just stuffed it in the ground right here, and then I despaired of it also. Just don't despair. That's the message for today. Give things a chance. I had an unexpected boon of plants that I have put in here in the Peter Rabbit garden. On last Tuesday, I was driving through a city actually in Baldwin County, and they were changing out their flower beds, and they had heaps of plants on the side of the road, just garbagey looking, just piling them up. And so I was, I think I was dismayed. I think that would be the word. Maybe a little incensed too. I was like, I can't believe that they're throwing away perennials, because that they were throwing that away. And then that salvia right there, and then these right here. So my daughter was with me and she was like, hey, do you want to get some? And I said, sure. So we jumped out of the car and piled up a bunch of stuff and didn't even think about it. Oh yeah, and this lemon ball sedum even. The sedum, that might not be lemon ball, but that sedum even, they had a ton of it. And so we got it, and then I got home, and as soon as I got home, like 7:30 at night, I'm out here furiously digging holes and stuffing them in it. And that was when it dawned on me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. You know what? I didn't ask anybody for permission to take that stuff. I mean, yeah, it looked like garbage, but I mean, then I looked it up and discovered that they do let people take stuff, but they put it at a certain spot and you can get it there. And so all week I was just, and this is some more of it that I got. I planted around here, around Gandor's house, because it's really tall and I wanted it to be able to lean against that. So that's sun patience. But anyway, I felt so guilty after I realized that they did have a system for it, and I had not complied, even though I didn't know what it was. So I called them up and admitted what I had done, and they were so kind, and now I don't feel guilty anymore. I just know better now. But so I got, you know, some free plants, and that was amazing. And what I call it is the night of the plant jubilee, because it was epic, really, really epic. So basically, I think I've got 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks before I'm having that party, and this is just not going to fill in that time, I don't think, and it's just not going to have color. So I've got to go get something, because I want this to look nice. This is going to be the only, I mean, people are going to walk in right here. It needs to look pretty and not kind of patchy. So this is going to have to be transformed in the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited, because I don't know what it's going to look like myself. But this part right here is the little Peter Rabbit garden. I've got some really cute stuff that I'm going to put out here that day, and I'm going to have to move the little picket fence because you can't even hardly see it anymore. My cousin was over here the other day, and she was just like, oh, that's honeysuckle, isn't it? And I said, yes, it's coral honeysuckle. And she's like, well, I wonder if you can drink out of it like you can with the regular honeysuckle. And so we did, and you can, and it is super juicy. And I just can't believe that this thing isn't covered up with hummingbirds at this moment, because it was the sweetest and the best juices. So coral honeysuckle, yes, is very, very sweet and flavorful. All these flowers, and that butterfly is going straight for the zinnias. Let that be a lesson to you and me. All the zinnias that I have growing out here are from seeds that I threw out. And that's the same thing for my front yard garden too. I don't try to start seeds anymore of zinnias, because I want them to live where they want to live, because that is where they are the happiest. But that butterfly is loving, well, there it goes. Love the zinnias. Oh no, y'all, look, I accidentally caught a lizard in my bucket. There's no telling how long he's been here. Let's see what he does. I just walked by and he was in it. There you go. There. Is he grateful? No. Let's see if I can zoom in. Nope, I guess not. Isn't he cute though? Cute little brown guy. Let's see if he'll let me pet him. Oh, no, he won't. Oh, y'all, look, I was just touching these seed pods on this Cleone, and it doesn't even look like they'd be ready to come out, but look at that. Wow. Look at the jillions of seeds that are in there. So many. Dang. I'm gonna have to do a lot of seed saving on this. You can't tell, but this Cleome is kind of a lavendery looking one with a little bit of a hot pinkness to it. Let's see, right up here. There. And so if this is how you get seeds, I have got a whole bowl of them here now. I need to look up and find out the official way to gather seeds from Cleome. But that is super cool. The chrysalis on the fennel is has emerged, or the butterfly did, so I'm thankful for that. And that yellow dot in the center is an eastern black swallowtail egg. I don't know if I want to babysit these this summer or not. I may come out here and break that off and bring it inside and put it in a container and raise it again. Look how crazy long this verbascum got. It got tangled up in the rest of everything, and there it is. But it's looking pretty healthy. This is it in the pot, and hopefully it'll bloom again. But it is an interesting plant. I don't know if I ever want to grow it again because it really needs a lot of water. This is the view from the guest bedroom window, and it's very, very different from years past when I had a bunch of short things and you could see out into the middle of the garden. In fact, back here, back behind the trellis, I've got a bunch of coral nymph salvia that were growing, and now a very, very pretty penta, one of my favorite colors, and it's looking so healthy. I'm thinking I might want to rescue that and put it somewhere out where I can see it. One downside to salvia is that you really want to come in here and pluck off these spent flowers. You don't have to, but I do it because I want to encourage it to bloom more, and it looks ugly too. So I just come in here and pop these off, and you can see there are a lot of them, but this is the black and blue salvia, so it needs a lot of attention. I hope you can see with this phlox that it looks kind of silvery when it's got these little, at the base, this little white silvery thing. I just love the way it just seems to glow. And look, I've got this darling little creature here. Let's see if you can see it. Oh, it just jumped away. But that phlox is so lovely, and it's right here next to my gorgeous hollyhock. That has been a showstopper. Only one, and I've got like 8 of them, but only this one has been glorious. I wonder if this is one of those lime queen ones. Don't you love the way the petals are twisted with that green in them? I've never had them grow well, so I don't know. That one's doing pretty well. I think it grew up by itself in a pot. Nope, I'm mistaken. Actually, it's growing in the ground. I threw out a bunch of seeds and it just came up. But I love it with that sweet potato vine behind it. Oh my goodness, do you see this adorable little bumblebee butt right here? I kept cupping the flower in my hand, and I kept feeling this kind of like vibrating, and it was this little bee saying, leave me alone. I was like, what is that? It was almost like I was being electrified, but let's see if I can make him do it again. I don't know if you can hear that or not. So cute. I had to brighten it up a lot, but look at that little bumblebee butt. It's so darling. It's so fuzzy. It's velvety. I planted some hyacinth bean vine kind of late in the game, but look at it. Look at how it's growing. I really want it to cover up this fence right here. And I'm really liking how it looks with that Spanish moss behind it. That's really fun. Pretty. This is super unexpected. I've got a couple of Gertrude Jekyll roses blooming right now. And look at how sweet this is next to next to that dahlia. Wow. That dahlia is a dinner plate dahlia. Look, it must be a foot wide. So lovely together. This Gulf Coast penstemon next to this anise hyssop, so lovely. I brought out my grass. It's some sort of fescue. I think it's like cold as ice fescue to put with this. Isn't it pretty all together? Sweet Spirit making a comeback. I came over here to look at the fennel that's blooming and then discovered that I have a lovely, lovely zinnia right there. And then I saw that my phlox is blooming. And then I looked over here and my hollyhock is just going to town. So this is a great view right here of so much pink. That is just, yeah, this is everything. The glory of the Zabrina hollyhock and surrounded by the Cleone and backed by the bubblegum Supertunia and then also surrounded by the millet is so fabulous. Can't get enough of it. Looky here, an eastern black swallowtail caterpillar. See the little white stripe making it look like bird poo? Thank y'all so much for coming with me through a tour through my garden. I love hearing about what's happening in y'all's gardens, and I'm gonna get caught up on comments this week. I have been behind on everything. But yeah, summer gets crazy. And but God bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And y'all, let's play outside until we can't anymore. Bye. I'll talk to y'all soon.